Hello and welcome back to this playthrough of Elden Ring. The last time that we played the game, we started here, and we came out and we went over here, and we killed a dragon. This dragon here. We nixed him. Then we traveled up here, and we went way over here, off the map. And then we came... We actually spawned right here because we got a site of grace, and then we traveled from there over here, and we went up this way. We were like, "Oh, who's that? I don't know who that is." And then we came up this hill. We traveled all the way up this trail, and we went right here, and we picked up the imbued sword key. And then we came back down, and we went in here, and we traveled to the Precipice of Anticipation, which took us here, to this little area. And we then proceeded to go this way and fall off a cliff. But then we came back, and we went this way. We died. Then we came back and we went this way, and we died. And then we came back and went this way, and we died. And then we came back this way, and we killed the Grafted Scion. And he gave us a couple items. Then we kept traveling this way, and we went in here, and there was a door that normally you can't get through, but it was open. And when we went through the door, came here and here, and we picked up a couple more items. And that was about that. That was our journey last time. And now today, we're going to come back to Limgrave, and we're going to start taking out more bosses here. I think we'll start south, and we'll travel northward from Weeping Peninsula and just take them out as we go. I'm gonna try as hard as I can to kill 4 bosses. We're gonna go bam, 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 bam. I'm basically as powerful as the scythe is now, as many times as I've upgraded it. It's essentially geared to be fighting up here, but I'm still all the way back here. So, yeah, we can do it. We can do it. And here we go. Who's that? Who's fighting? Oh. Was there a fight to be had there? I don't know. My right thumbstick sticks. I'm not touching it at all, but my vision is rotating. I don't like that. But we received the Kaiden Gauntlets. Gauntlets worn by Kaiden sellswords. These hulking, fearless mercenaries said to hail from the mountain tops of the wintry north are adept at fighting on horseback. Kaiden is the name of their home settlement. Oh my god. Yikes! Let me move. Let me move. Alright. Oh. Yeah, call them all in. Lead the lambs to the slaughter. I got pretty intense there. What, did none of you hear his call? What are you doing? Jeez. Falling pretty easy. Maybe they just didn't want to heed it. Alright, I gotta take out these archers. They gotta go. You gotta go. Oh, you're not an archer, you're casting spells. My apologies, sir. Practitioner of the... Oh! Arcane arts. Now we go in a little more carefully. Being overpowered for the location doesn't mean I don't have to pay any attention at all. Maybe even do a bit of sneaking. Oh, hang on. The Aristocrat Garb. We shall read it sophisticatedly. The Aristocrat Garb altered. A high-quality garb adorned with fine golden embroidery. Travel attire worn by nobles in the capital. Terribly faded and tattered, abandoning their birthplace after the shattering, these undead wanderers are the pitiful product of unending life. Pitiful. Woe be unto you, all ye aristocrats who are shunned from life. Oh, that's a neat sword. Oh my god! What is happening? I have never encountered this before. What's... Oh, he fell. How is he still lumbering around? What's... One moment, please, sir. Alright, hang on. Let me, I'm gonna redo that, because I want to see what happens when I kill that guy. We're mulligan. We're doing it again. Let me just get this guy out of the way right away. That's how little you matter. I just said, let me get this guy out of the way real quick, and then I just did. I wonder what the lore implications are behind this guy being an anamorph. There we go. A larval tier. Okay. That is used to respec your character when you get to the spot where you can spend it. That is interesting. That is not what I expected him to drop. But now that he did, I think I remember a Vadi video speaking about it. Larval tear is a core of a creature of mimicry known as a silver tear. As much a substance as it is a living organism. Material required by the amber egg cradled by Ranala, queen of the full moon, to birth people anew. Being born anew allows the reallocation of attributes boosted by leveling up. Interesting. The Royal House Scroll. Okay. Lord Sworn Straight Sword. We've already picked up one of those. You know, running away is a lot more effective if you turn around. Wow. What timing. I was just swinging away there too. I just like proved myself wrong by accident. Okay. Before we open the chest, we'll read what we got already. Where is it? The Royal House Scroll. Sorcery Scroll of the Carian royal family, the heads of the Academy of Rea Lucaria, can be given to a learned sorcerer to gain access to the following sorceries: Glintblade Phalanx and Carian Slicer. Oh my goodness. The Great Epee. A large rapier featuring a thin, sharp blade commonly used in life or death duels. Like its smaller counterparts, it is made for thrusting attacks and can be used while guarding with a shield. Bears the skill Impaling Thrust, a skill that lets piercing armaments overcome enemy shields, building power, then lunge forward for a strong thrust that pierces an enemy's guard. Well, isn't that just lovely? Here we go again on our own, going down the only road we have ever known. A white wolf. Golden runes. I'm sorry, but I need to know if you hold something significant. I love you, pups. I'll leave you alone next time I see you. Oh, I hear tingling. Oh, it's a health one. Sag. Already had full Estus from clearing everybody else out earlier. Well. Ah, here we are. This is where our first boss shall be. The first boss of the episode. That took way too long. It was 3 flowers, man. You could have done way better. This flower trying to poison me. That one might actually do it. Whoa! There we go. Immunizing cured meat. I think we've already picked up one of those. And Miranda powder. And poison bloom. Yeah, I think we've already had both of those. And I actually used one of these a couple episodes ago. Miranda powder, though. Where is that? Already had one of them as well. Okay. We didn't pick up anything new. Where's the entrance? There's an entrance to a place here. Where to go? I don't remember. Is it this way? Is it? It's over this wall? In here? Yeah, here it is. Boss fog. Oh, I should have healed. Should remember these. We fought one of these guys at Fort Height. Oh. Yeah. That wasn't much of a boss fight. Well, hello. What say you?
Tarnished, are we? I wonder you should turn up here. I am Sellen, a sorcerer, quite plainly. Why are you here?
I want to learn sorcery.
Ah, a yen for Glintstone sorceries. Well, your aptitude does appear passable, but one must choose one's masters wisely. I was exiled from the Academy of Rea Lucaria as a reviled, apostate witch. Do you still wish to learn from me?
I'm death incarnate.
Well, you are a piece of work. Very well. You are now my protege in Glintstone sorcery. But I refuse to coddle or cast kind words. Never. Anticipate grievances, young apprentice.
I have found 2 scrolls.
Is that a scroll?
No, 2 of them.
Takes me back to my academy days. Very well. This is sorcery with which I'm not entirely unfamiliar. I'll be sure to incorporate it into one of your lessons. Never lose that inquisitive spirit, my apprentice.
And here is the other.
Is that a scroll? Takes me back to my academy days.
You're a woman of few words, aren't you? Ow! There's only one that I can't cast. This is the same woman that we saw chained to a wall in another ruin, I believe.
Young apprentice. First things first. You are a tadpole when it comes to magic. Infantile. Without the legs to walk. So, to become a sorcerer, first, you must face your ignorance. Now, shall we start learning?
This is how you progress storylines.
There you are, my apprentice. Shall we commence the lesson?
I think for merchants, a lot of the merchants you have to actually buy stuff from them. Maybe we have to buy... yeah. I don't have to use this stuff, I just need to buy it.
Your appetite for learning, you make me proud. You. Draws upon the powers embedded in Glintstone. But what is the nature of such power? Glintstone is the amber of the cosmos. Golden amber contains the remnants of ancient life and houses its vitality, while Glintstone contains residual life and thus the vitality of the stars. It should not be forgotten that Glintstone sorcery is the study of the stars and the life therein. A fact lost on most sorcerers these days. There you are. Maya, shall we commence the lesson?
You don't have any more lessons to teach, stupid. Alright, maybe our story's just progressed as far as it can. What if... yeah, stop your freaking out. Open up! There she is. Okay. What is this? The ambush shard. It was a clue! An ambush! I think that's just because I didn't kill that guy before I came down.
It will do no good, I swear it. And yet you persist. You frothing degenerates.
Yay. Alright, cool story. Okay.
Shall we commence the
I feel like I broke something. Oh well. I know with this being called an overly detailed playthrough, I shouldn't really say oh well to breaking a storyline, but oh well. Hey. Stop. Thank you. The Greataxe. A Greataxe akin to a huge lump of iron, recognized as the weapon of choice of Badland chieftains. Too heavy to be wielded by those of merely ordinary strength. Blows from this axe will flatten enemies, and the force of its charged attack is a sight to behold. They're bad people. It's fine. They deserve it. Trust me. Whoops, wrong thing. Why are you just stomping? Alright, let's go pick up the items dropped over here. Oh man, those were so good. I saw this beetle earlier, I'm gonna get him. Thanks! The Sash of War grants an armament the keen affinity in the following skill. Unsheathe. Skill of swordsman from the land of reeds. Sheathe blade, holding it at the hip in a composed stance. Follow up with a normal or strong attack to perform a swift slash attack. Usable on katana. And that's it. Don't have a katana? Get wrecked, fool. Oh, look at that moon. Holy crap. Sexy. These things gonna drop. Be like, oh, we're living dead people. Yep. Human bone shard. Got a lot of those while I was farming this scythe. Should get invaded pretty soon, I think. Maybe? No? Okay. Maybe it's later down this canyon. Ravine, whatever it's called. Oh, no, there it is. Bloody Finger Nerijus. This is like one of the hardest invasion fights, so this could get sloppy. But we should have an NPC coming in to help us, too. That's why it's difficult. And never mind, I guess. Reduvia. Bloody Finger Hunter Yura has returned to their world. Like, he never even showed up to help because I killed that guy too fast. Alright. Reduvia is one of the weapons that I used in my second playthrough of this game. I had a dagger character that used Reduvia in one hand, and then a misericord with a blood weapon art on it. Then that character bled people insanely fast. Like, I was dual-wielded daggers, and then I only had to hit like 3 times to bleed people. Anyways. A jagged dagger with a distinctive curved blade, used by the noble servants of the Lord of Blood. This dagger rips the flesh as it enters, inflicting blood loss with sickening efficacy. A proud testament to the success of its vicious design. This weapon is perpetually coated in blood. Bears the unique skill Reduvia Bloodblade. Slash with the wicked dagger, transforming its never-drying bloodstains into airborne blades that cause blood loss. Can be fired in rapid succession. Murkwater Cave. Be careful of these bells. You run into them, then they ring, and like a whole bunch more of these guys just rush you. I'll show you. See what I mean? Highwayman gauntlets, hideously stained and dinted gauntlets, worn by former foot soldiers who have turned to banditry. Now there's mist that way. And then in the other direction, a Tweza test. Five mushrooms. Damn. That's pretty good. Trying to see if you could see him before he... If you've played other Souls games, you'll recognize this guy.
Well. Thought you'd just help yourself to a man's personal belongings.
Hatches.
You scheming little thief. The gods demand repentance. Cough up your coin. All of it. Wait, please. I surrender. White flag and...
So, just like in other games, Patches surrenders to you when you beat him up over and over again, pretends to be friendly, betrays you again, and the cycle continues for like 5 or 6 times, but if you treat him nice and you let him surrender 5 or 6 times, then eventually he's real nice and becomes a merchant and then gives you a gift and says, thank you for putting up with me and being a friend when I didn't really deserve it and all that. But you kind of get the vibe that like it's a one-off thing, like he's still gonna treat everybody else like shit, so does he really deserve to be shown mercy? I don't know. I usually vote for no. And in case you're wondering, spoiler alert, the item he gives you in this game is the Magma Whip, which is a candelabra that when you swing it, sends out strings of hot wax that turn into magma as they hit your enemies. So, but we don't really need that, so we're killed. You know, just die, Patches. Plus all the stuff he sells as a merchant you get from this bell bearing anyway when you give it to the Twin Maiden Husk. Patches' bell bearing found upon his perished flesh. Offer to the Twin Maiden Husks at the Round Table hold to gain access to new items. Leather armor is lightweight and battle-proven, worn by a savvy soldier. Many admire the wearer of this armor for his chivalrous and forthright spirit. Ditto. Right. Ah yes, the cloth. The cloth garb is clothing made of coarse material commonly worn in the lands between, as are the trousers. As are the gloves, as a blah 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 blah. Oh, and the spear. A weapon comprised of a blade attached to a long haft. A far-reaching piercing weapon, it can be wielded from behind with the safety of a raised shield. Very effective against mounted foes. Blah 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 blum blum blibbity boo. Stuff I've read before. We got, what, 7 items right there? Jeebus. Alright, well, I've been recording for 48 minutes, and I recorded for like 10 minutes while I was messing with the map, so that's probably about enough. I guess we could not do 4 bosses that quickly. A lot of stuff popped up that I didn't expect to pop up that I needed to go see about, but that's alright. I still had fun, and I hope you had fun as well. And on the subject of that stuff that sidetracked us, if you'd like to stick around after I give the outro, I'll go ahead and read all of the descriptions of the sorceries we picked up today. I just figured it would be a little awkward to stop all progress and read 12 descriptions in a row. But if you'd like to hear that, stick around. And if you wouldn't, then until next time, I've been Goran Starborn, and you've been beautiful people. And you like and subscribe if it takes your fancy. I'll see you next time. Love you, bye! The Glintstone Pebble is the most basic glintstone sorcery of the Academy of Rea Lucaria. The glintstone serves as a conduit, launching magical projectiles at foes. This sorcery can be cast repeatedly while in motion. This is a universal first step on the journey to true knowledge of sorcery. The Swift Glintstone Shard is one of the glintstone sorceries of the Academy of Rea Lucaria. The glintstone serves as a conduit, launching swift magical projectiles at foes. This sorcery can be used without delay after performing another action. Those unworthy of the stone crown typically end their brief journey into sorcery here. The Great Glintstone Shard. The glintstone serves as a conduit, launching large magical projectiles at foes. Can be cast repeatedly while in motion. Glintstone Stars fires 3 magic shooting stars that pursue the target. The sorcery can be cast while in motion, and charging enhances its potency. A sorcery of the Olivinus Conspectus, which attracts sorcerers from Celia, town of sorcery. The Glintstone Arc fires a horizontal arc of magic that spreads outward. Can also be cast repeatedly while in motion. Granted to sorcerers who depart from their academy to embark on journeys in order to fend off large groups of would-be adversaries. Fools often roam in packs. Crystal Barrage fires a volley of glintstone crystal shards. Charging increases potency. A sorcery of the Crystal Cadre, a group of sorcerers who pursue the wisdom of stone. The secrets locked in the faint cogitation of the Crystallian. Actions. Scholar's Armament. Enchants armament held in right hand with magic affinity attacks. Can be cast while in motion. Taught to the Knights of the Cuckoo by the Academy as payment for their contract. The Scholar's Shield enchants the shield held in the left hand with additional damage negation. Can be cast while in motion. Taught to the Knights of the Cuckoo, the Glintblade Phalanx creates a defensive arch in front of the magic Glintblades overhead, which automatically attack nearby foes. Can be cast while in motion. Bestowed upon the enchanted Carian Knights who combined this art with their swordsmanship to maintain pressure upon their foes, striking in waves of steel and sorcery. And the Carian Slicer conjures a magic sword and delivers a swift sweeping slash. The sorcery can be used without delay after performing another action. Even among the Carian sword sorceries, this is a notably effective technique. The Ambush Shard, one of the night sorceries of Celia, Town of Sorcery, launches a projectile from a distance removed from the caster so as to strike the enemy from behind. Can be cast repeatedly. The Celian sorcerers were assassins, and it is said that they oft hunted their fellows. Well, if you stuck around for the reading, I appreciate you, and I hope you enjoyed it, which this is episode 21, and I've read a lot, so if you stuck around for the reading, you probably enjoy it. And I'm glad you do. But I might turn this into a thing. There's a lot of merchants that I didn't buy items from that have a lot of items that I have not picked up yet. So perhaps at the end of the next episode, I'll choose a merchant to go talk to and just buy all of his stuff. Of course, that doesn't mean we get to the required stats for my sorcery later, but I mean, we're kind of overpowered right now anyways, what with the 100% completion before moving on to the next area, so that's no biggie. But I'll see you next time.